Good evening, everyone. Welcome on a Sunday night here in well, it's not really cold, but it's Alberta. Let's get in there. Hi, how's it going? Welcome. A little bit different stream tonight. It's going to be iRacing, of course, as you can probably see by the title. It's the second run at the Mazdas at Spa. And it's the SimLab Production Car Challenge. So it's actually the multi-class, but it's the way they split them up. It'll be all Mazdas in this race. If you're watching on YouTube, odds are this race will be uploaded before the first attempt, because that was a 3-hour Twitch stream. It was my first stream back after being away from work for 3 weeks. So I decided to include practice and learning the track in that stream, so now I got to edit it down so it's not a 3-hour video on YouTube, because I just want to include the race. But that being said, this is the second attempt, and I'm going to keep this one short. So it's just, I actually did the race yesterday without streaming the second version of this race. The first race was a complete disaster. Not a complete disaster, but a disaster nonetheless. If you saw it, the first attempt at this race, I was disqualified for too many incident points. I got the 17X, unfortunately. Some of it my fault, some of it not my fault. But it was. And spoiler alert, a lot of people were really close if they didn't get disqualified. This track with the Mazdas and the quality of drivers obviously seems to be one where a lot of people get disqualified. But the second time around, my goal simply is to not get disqualified. Fingers crossed. But that's the goal, and it's going to be very tough. There were times where you're trying to run a good line and hit a corner. Maybe you take the apex, you cut the apex a little too tight. Maybe the car slides out because you're going too fast, and that's where you get those 1Xs here and there. And it's a 40-minute race, so you got to be really careful. You got to be on a good line. You got to make sure you drive properly, and on top of it, there's a lot of long straights. It's a very long track. It's Spa. If you take Eau Rouge and Radion, the first big left-right uphill, if you take that wrong, or if you slip and slide a little bit, and the guy behind you doesn't, he's got a long run over the Camel Straight, he will pass you. The same into Blanchiment near the end of the track. If you don't get a good couple corners out of the run before Blanchiment, then you're going to be passed a couple times. So there's always cars around you. I always talk in my races, I always talk about finding the bubble. And what that means is I'm looking for space that I can just run my race and run the proper right line without having it being upset by other cars or people slowing down or making not their right turn. That's racing, but at the same time, sometimes you just want to find what I call the bubble. That means I have like a few seconds to the guy in front of me and maybe a few seconds to the guy behind me. I'm all by myself. I've got like maybe a 5-second gap in between me. I'm in the middle of like a 5-second gap, and that way I can just kind of run my race and try and run fast laps. Okay? Anyways, we're just going to jump into it. I'm probably not going to replay the full 40-minute race, but after which we will probably see what's out there for iRacing today. I know that the Global Mazda Series is at Oulton Park. I haven't practiced it, but I do have the track. I do have the cars, obviously. Might race that once I remember what Oulton Park looks like and see if I can maybe get up to speed real quick. If not, we might just have some fun doing the trucks, the truck fun race or the IndyCar fun race. I'll just have a little fun tonight on Sunday night. Don't really feel like practicing hard for any race. I just want to have some fun. All right. So anyways, let's get right into it. Anyways, so here we are. And we are looking at my car. Now, I thought I'd just start with this because I drew this up in Trading Paints. It's a very simple color scheme. Very simple car, very simple paint, but I'm kind of liking it. What I liked about it was in the 70s, Carling Black Label was a race car sponsor. And they used to have a very simple paint job. What it was very simply just black with a red stripe. Basically, I would say on the upper part of the car. Let's see if I can kind of zoom out a little bit and get, no, wrong one. Z. Oh, the other way. Usually around the upper part of the body, maybe follow the contours of the line of the hood, the edge of the hood, around the top of the door, around to the trunk, and coming back. Let's have some fun for a second. Let's see if I can find a picture of what I was talking about. We'll just kind of go back to me for a second so you don't see any of my stuff. Carling Black Label race car. Let's see if we can find some old looks. Of course, they did sponsor, I think, Formula 1 or Formula 2 at the time. They did the Can-Am series. But yeah, let's take a look at this. These are kind of what... I love this paint scheme. Get cars like that. That's a nice vintage race car there. They also did like I think it was Can-Am cars. I think that's Can-Am. Roy Woods Racing. But it's black with the red and white pinstriping, basically. Here's a better look at that color scheme. Very simple scheme, but I really liked it. Somebody did a yellow and black thing, but that's more new. So what do we got here? Yeah, this is David. It was David Hobbs' car. So a very beautiful look. I just love the look of it. It's very simple. It's very, very unique. Just nice and simple. Oh, this might be a beautiful head-on shot of it. An old McLaren Can-Am. And yeah, here's another shot of a model. I just love the look of that old Can-Am car, right? So that's kind of what I was aiming for. And I mean, they got some Carling stock cars and look and stuff like that. But I mean, a dragster. McLaren, I think it was an F1 car. I mean, I just love that look. That very simple red pinstriping, black label. Very nice and simple. That's kind of what I was going for. So yeah, that was the goal there, and that's kind of what the paint job I did. I didn't do the red pinstripe, but I kind of tried to do it with the little red and white racing stripes on the back end. The Carling label. Let me zoom in here. Oops, that's really zoomed in. Okay. Let's fix this offset. Okay, there's that. Let's do that. Let's zoom in a little. Whoa, hey, wrong way. Okay, I gotta learn these controls. All right, let's zoom back in. So anyways, that was the goal. Just do a very simple, kind of almost tribute paint job to Black Label. And actually all my cars, I've kind of been doing all my cars like this. And with different kind of designs. The Mazda, of course, is very simple. And then, of course, on the back, I put in my KPH Motorsports logos. And with pictures of Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So that anybody behind me, they want to maybe take a look at my channel, hopefully. You know, come take a look at my channel. Maybe you'll see a replay of your race. That's the goal. Anyways, Fanatec, I do use Fanatec gear. I have a Fanatec Clubsport. It's actually a V1, not a V2.5. But it's been, I think it was updated and upgraded by the guy who originally bought it. I bought it used. But it's worked like a trooper ever since. I have the Fanatec F1 eSports hub. And of course, behind me, right at the top there, is when I bought the base. It also came with the BMW rim, GT rim. I haven't used it yet, actually. I should probably throw it in and do a race with it or two. But I actually want to get it fixed because I think it's the Alcantara, the leather wheel wrap has lost some of its stitching. So I actually do want to get it fixed. So I'll have to look into that or try and figure out how to do it myself. Anyways, we're going to get through this. Let's get out of this. So it's Control F12 to get rid of that. We'll move forward.
Exit's clear. Push.
Okay. This is qualifying. Just just going to turn it down a little bit because it's really actually really loud in my ears. And I'm going to turn it down a little bit so I can hear myself. Anyways, we're going to take a look. This is my... This is my out lap for qualifying, so we'll actually go to the actual qualifying lap. This is the out lap, so I'm... Or is it my... No, this is actually my qualifying lap. Alright, so anyways, we're on now. We've gone up Eau Rouge. We're on the Camel Straight. And we're coming over to... the right left, and I forget, it's literally just called right left or something like that in French, and then right left right, and then downhill to that hairpin. Now you can see probably that try and get over to the left as far as possible, break down, stay in third. I went in a little too hot, so I'm really sliding, but I kind of got, and then I had to correct. Here, just kind of stay on the gas a little bit, get through the corner, hit the curb, then come up to Pouhon. I think this is Pouhon, which is really tricky. Just brake, get it, roll through in fourth. Try not to go too fast or you're going to slide out. Don't go onto the green or you'll get a 1X and your lap won't count. And then just accelerate all the way through. Down here, drop it into third. Get through this corner. This is a compromised corner. You want to be on the inside so you get a good run on this left-hander here. Let it slide all the way out, and you actually should hit the rumble strip, so I wasn't going fast enough. Break down, back into third. Push hard. You should slide out and run the rumble strip. There you go. Cut it in nice and tight. Hit the rumble strip near the end there, and then you'll be slid out perfectly. We're now on the run to Blanchiment. Kind of go through. This is flat out here. Just cut it tight and you should slide perfectly. I haven't really found the braking mark for the bus stop here, but here comes the chicane. Starts where you kind of start seeing black marks on the white, and you can see I went too far. I didn't brake hard enough and really wrecked my corner. I was actually having a really good lap up until that point. I was probably going to be in the 150. I was going to be in the 151s, and I do believe that lap was a 251s, and that ended up to be a 253. It didn't get the 1X, but it really affected it. All right, and you don't have enough time to finish the second lap. So basically, that you only have it's one lap qualifying. There's 8 minutes. It takes about 3 minutes to get around the track. So you got 3 minutes your out lap, 3 minutes for your lap one at qualifying, and then there's not enough time left to do a second lap. So I'm just kind of running for fun, shits and giggles. All right, so well, that was quick. I didn't expect it to jump so quickly. Do that. All right, let's do this. Okay. So here's the start of the race. I'm starting 11th. And let's just take a look around. Not everybody's jumped in yet. Basically, my goal here was just get clean. Try and get through clean. I don't want to bump and bang with anybody. That'll be the start. That's the goal. Got a lot of cars around there. And I'm trying to look to see. Yeah, I started 11th. That's where I am right now. Whoops. Practice, qualify. And there we go. Okay, so anyways, we'll get set. Let's take a look. We can start the TV camera. And we'll just, we'll get through the first laps here. Let's see what happens. Everybody get ready. We're just kind of quietly running. There's the green. Go, go, go. There I am, car 11. So I'm on the inside. I basically... Oops, let's see. I better pause this. What is the pause button? Forget what the pause button is. So yeah, you can see right now that all I'm doing is I'm looking at the inside, and I'm going to take that inside. Basically, I'm just going to take the inside right now. I'm hoping that nobody cuts me off. We'll just okay, let's back that up because here comes 6. We're going to take the inside line right here. Now, the 10 is being really slow, which breaks up the 6, and now I'm coming up and I'm just braking, right? Which is going to cause, you can see the in behind, I'm now really slow because the 6 basically stopped me. The orange and blue might tag there, the 4 car and whoever the blue car is behind him, the 16, they might tag, and it looks like they do. Now, I'm really slow, because you can see I'm not using all the track here. I'm really slow, so I've been compromised onto the long straight before Eau Rouge, but the black car got spun out, number 4 car got spun out by the 16, and we're gonna go from there. He held it though, which is nice. So right now I think I'm being told I'm clear all around, but you can see everybody's pulling away from me, right? So I'm just kind of stuck there. Why is the chase in front of me? Oops. We're going up Eau Rouge for the first time. And now you can see I'm really let's back that up for a sec. Let's go back to Eau Rouge, and that way I can follow on the. So my line is pretty much my line up to Eau Rouge was pretty much compromised because of the hairpin off the first turn. So I'm coming up. I let off the gas and stay in 5th because the tires might be cold. I was afraid if I dropped into 4th, it would obviously wheel spin maybe, and I'd just spin out. So stayed in 5th. The Red Bull car, he got had a terrible corner. So I got past him. Now we're coming up through Kemmel Straight. Here comes the first set of, I forget what this corner is called. I'm going to have to try and remember it. Basically right now going all through in 3rd. Doing all of it in 3rd. Try not to brake. Just let off the gas a little bit and keep momentum going. Now I'm kind of catching up to these guys in front. Everybody's going to brake. Down to 3rd again. I'm trying to keep it, you got to keep it tight and then accelerate at the right point. If you accelerate too early, you will slide out, and you don't want that to happen. It'll go off track. Same with this one. Kind of accelerate at the right point. Now I'm just kind of looking, all right, here we go. We're still in the first lap. Just trying to find my spot, right? Like just trying to, all right, let's don't make any mistakes and just stay kind of behind them. Let's see what happens. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Let's see what happens. You know, let it develop on its own. And I'm not going to try and make any bold or rash moves, but if someone goes really too slow, I will make a pass. And if someone, and at the same time, if someone behind me gets a really good run, I'm going to let them go. It's a long race. There's no point in rushing it, no point in blocking. Now this corner, that corner there and this corner here, you have to get right because it's such a long straight after this. It's the lead up to Blanchimont and up to the bus stop, the final corner, final corners. So you want to make sure that you're going, you know, you got a good run out of those corners. If you do those corners wrong, all of this is compromised. And you can see I didn't do it the best. They got away a little bit from me, but I'm still in their draft. I'm still getting, that was a 1X there because I actually pushed a little bit, and I think the tires were still a little bit cold. Find the brake. Wait and see if somebody's going to try and dive bomb, because a lot of the guys in these races seem to like to dive bomb at the bus stop, and it causes massive disasters. All right, lap 1 is done. I've kind of found my spot. Here comes a car. Can't remember. I think he's going to try. I'm trying to block him a little bit, or at least give him the fear. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to take the outside line, and he was compromised because he took it in so tight and he couldn't accelerate because I was in the way. So I held on to the position. Let's take a look back at that from maybe a further camera. Far chase. Let's see, just quickly see what he did. Oh, there was a third car in there too. So yeah, so I let number 4. He was the guy who almost got spun out the first time around in this corner. Now he's compromised, and here comes that Red Bull car. But because he was compromised, he's slow off the corner, and therefore I'm pulling away again. Let's go to TV3 for a second. You can see the 3 of those 2 guys. The Red Bull car finally got back up to speed, and he's kind of pressuring the number 4. There's Eau Rouge. Now we're going up to Réunion. And I slide a little bit, and I'm kind of a little bit out of control, and that's going to compromise me. Now the 4 cars coming at me. And that's what this race was. A lot of this race was just, you know, if you have a bad turn, boom, here comes the next guys. So I'm clear. I'm trying to get back in his draft and hopefully speed up a little bit. I'm going to just give him the think that maybe I'm going to try and sneak underneath him, but I'll let him go. I know that Red Bull car is still behind me. So, oh, somebody spun out there, so I gained a spot. I'll take it any way I can get it right now. Here comes the Red Bull car. He's got to run. I tried to, he jumped back in to get the proper line, but I also tried, when I started braking, I instantly kind of cut in to the left, the right to try and get the turn done early. There we go. I lost a little bit of time on that. That's what this race was, right? I know we're only on the second lap, but I will say that this was probably one of the most mentally draining races I've ever done so far on iRacing. There were always cars around me, and I'm looking ahead right now, and at the time I remember these guys, all those 4 or 5 cars in front of us, they're all racing together, and I'm thinking to myself, these guys are going to be hitting each other, bumping and banging, somebody's going to spin out. I got to be careful, watch out for anybody spinning out, try not to get involved. But right now, for the moment, they're all kind of holding their own. They're not bumping and banging too much, which is nice. But, hey, if a couple of these guys crash, then definitely I'm going to move up and get, hopefully, a couple spaces. So right now, I think I'm in 10th or 11th. Let's take a look at the wide shot. There's the 4 car. He had a bad turn. I've got the run back on him. He passed me earlier in this lap. I'm now coming back on him. I think I'm just gonna lightly feather the gas here. I want him ahead of me. Let him. He's taking that turn really badly, but I was like, I'll just let him have it. I didn't get a good run out of it, so now I'm compromised for the Red Bull car behind me, and I'm gonna take this turn easily. You can see the 17 braked way too late. Oh, we got more trouble. Oh, that 10 car got right in my way, and I completely stopped. So I had to take this turn. I had to get back on the track. 10's all over the place. We hit each other. I think I got, I think I got a 0x there. But I didn't actually get a 1x for going off course, which was really nice. So I was like, here, you know, that was kind of the first bumping and banging I had. Here comes the 10 again. Here comes the 13. This is what this race was all about. All these, everybody, it's a wide track. Everybody can be bumping and banging. There's a lot of lines to take. You got to be really, really careful about, and you can see, like, there's 4 or 5 cars right behind me, right? All right. So anyways, here's the 4 car again. I'm trying to catch up to him, drop it into 4th, see if I can get a good run on him up the Kemmel Straight. I might have gotten a 1x there. Now, I've got the draft of the number 4 in front of me, and I can see that that car behind me has got a draft. So I pull out a little bit just to kind of block him. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to let you on the inside of me, but the 4 is going to be, I tried brake late, but the 4 broke even later. So that multicolored car, and actually a couple cars got by me, or at least one did. And then I knew that I was compromised here, but I'm on the inside line going up to the next corner. I think I can get this line. I'm pretty sure I was saying to myself, I can get this corner back. So I brake late, really hold it tight, force him out. All right. So yeah, I lost a spot there, but that's all right. I'm thinking to myself, that's fine. There's a lot of cars around us. It was a lot of racing, and all I was trying to really do was stay out of everybody's trouble. Sometimes that's the most important part. Just stay out of other people's way. Don't let them wreck your race. And I could see the 4 car went really wide. I don't know if I got an X there, 1X there for going off track, but I'm starting to get a few 1Xs, I think, at this point, and I'm just like, okay, gotta stop doing that, right? Like, gotta, right here, like I had a little bit of a run. I looked inside, but he really cut me off. That's just fine. That wasn't it. Two guys up ahead, bump, bang. One car goes off. I think that was the Red Bull car, actually. He got spun off, so he's out again. This is what this race was all about. It was white knuckling the whole time. And actually, funny enough, like I was driving for a while, and actually about 3 or 4 laps in, I had to let go of my right hand and just put some circulation back into it. I was really holding the wheel tight, and in my right hand, it was actually starting to go numb and fall asleep a little bit. I didn't get a good run, so right through Blanchimont right now. The green car's got a run on me. I see him coming. I'm just trying to run my line, and I'm thinking to myself, probably I'm going to try and stick to the inside line because I don't want him passing me. No, actually go back to the regular line. So I'm trying really wide. He comes in. I see him coming. Bump him because he didn't get a great run. I said I was sorry. I did get on the team or on the game speak and say, and you hear me there. Sorry about that, Chris. I didn't mean to do it. I was really worried about that green car, and I didn't pay attention to what the guy in front of me was doing, Chris or whatever his name was. All right, so we're back at it. I'm probably going to fast forward a little bit. I don't think we're on lap 4 right now. And just kind of, right now, I think I'm just trying to keep it clean as best I can. Get a run. Kind of holding on. Just trying to gain positions where I can. I'm not trying to be too aggressive with my racing right now. It's too early in the race still. We're only 4 laps in. We're on lap 4, so that's maybe about 10 minutes into this race. You can see I'm kind of like braking and starting to slide right. I'm compromising my turns here, but I want to make sure that nobody dive bombs me. It's a wide track, and people love, and especially with the quality of talent, because it is a lower I rating race, that you really want to be careful. And you can see like these 3 cars in front of me, they're all taking different lines through this corner. It's not like everybody's taking the proper line. There's lines all over the place. So everybody's kind of taking the turns the way they want to take them, and that just makes for some really interesting racing sometimes. Anyway, it's coming up to Pouhon. A little bit of smoke out of somebody braking a little too hard. Somebody touched the inside there. And the other part of it, too, is you got to think to yourself sometimes, right? Like, and I was thinking this. Like, I know there's going to be disqualifications in this race. This is my second run at it. The first run I did in this race, I got disqualified. And it was partially because I was bumping and banging with some guys. So I was really trying hard not to get too involved because it took 3 hits. You take 3 good hits, and you've got a 12X. And you only have 5 more X's, and then you're disqualified, right? 17 X's disqualification. So if you get a good hit on somebody, you hit somebody hard, that's a 4X right away for both of you. You can see the 3 cars are kind of racing each other, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, got to be ready. Right now I'm thinking to myself, and I remember thinking to myself, okay, bus stop's going to be really interesting here. I go wide, take a 1X. Bus stop might be really interesting. I got to see if I can gain a spot here. There might be somebody dive bombing in. You can see I really got slowed down because that, and the car behind me there, it's probably got a decent little run, whatever that car looking thing is. That it looks like it's like a Tron, like it's almost like, yeah, electrical board, motherboard kind of thing. Paint job on it. Actually looks kind of nice. Cutting it tight. And you see, because of that, those two the guys in front of me got away a little bit. I put a full load of fuel in the tank, so I started with 15 liters, which meant I'm going to go to about 25 minutes before I pit for fuel. I've already turned my tires off and turned my fast repair off. You can see that car had a really slow run, so I gained a spot there. This guy's got a run behind me. I'm taking the inside line. I'm not going to let him by me. He might get me here, but I'm going to try and cut him off right there. I was really listening to my spotter. You know, the second he said clear, I'm moving over. Just to, you know, so hopefully Jeff, my spotter, my electronic spotter, is good. So you can see he took a wide, number 4 took a wide line there. 4, that was the guy who had a little bit of issue, almost got spun around on the first lap in the first corner behind me. I'm kind of caught back up to him. So if I can get a good run, you can probably see that maybe it seems like it's spreading out a little bit. And I think what happened at this point was, may be a little too early, but people are starting to think about pit stops. Obviously, some guys are already like really crashed out and everything like that. I do remember, and we'll probably get into it. You probably won't see it, but I do remember that apparently right now I'm in 10th position. I do remember, yeah, there we go. I do remember that when we got when guys started pitting, at one point I was up to, basically because of pit stops, I was up to 2nd place. And then of course when I pitted, because I was one of the last guys to pit. Some guys took less fuel to start off with so they could be faster right off the bat. I went full tank because I just wanted to get some runs in. So I'll have to think about that next time. Maybe I'll do a short fill for the start and then do a long fill to end the race instead of the other way around. I did long fill to start the race. Now I'm close to him. You can see I'm letting off the gas a little bit because I don't want to. I'm getting the run. I don't want to run into him at through Blanchimont. Here comes the bus stop though. Make sure nobody dive bombs up behind me. I don't think I got anybody really behind me right now, so I can actually take this corner the way I want to take it, which is kind of nice. Although I didn't take it the best. You can see there's still, okay, people are starting to pit. The guy's right behind me. He might actually try and dive bomb me. Nope. At this point, it's just like, let's run, guys. Let's try not to, don't be crazy. So we're going to move ahead a little bit. Let's move up to lap 7. I'm now in position 8, so obviously guys are starting to pit. And at this point in the race, I found my bubble. So I found it was kind of quiet time, and I still got one guy behind me, but it was kind of quiet time. I found I could just run. The 4 car got ahead of me a little bit, so we'll move up to lap 8. And now we're in 6th place. The guys are still pitting. And I got nobody behind me. So at this point, I was kind of like, okay, I can finally relax. Those first 5-6 laps was white knuckle, because if you got your lap wrong, here comes somebody to like pass you on one of the long straights, right? So all of a sudden now, so we're kind of like relaxing a little bit. Oh yeah, this guy, something happened to him and he just parked right at the entrance of Eau Rouge, like on the apex. Like, don't do that. I really wanted to get on the TeamSpeak and say like, dude, get off the track. Like, don't park on the line into Eau Rouge. But I didn't. So there's nobody really around me right now. Finally, I'm just like, okay, I can relax for a few minutes. I think the car in front of me pitted the same time I did, so the two of us kind of went forward and definitely got really up there. So we're just going now. I'm in 4th place, lap 9. It's pretty quiet. There's nobody really around me right now. You can see. Everybody, a lot of guys are pitting. Everybody's got their own strategy. We went long. Me and the guy in front of me, we went long. So now we're pitting. There's the guy in front of me. I think it's the 4 car still. Maybe not. Let's take a look. Nope, another car. Maybe 16 or something. Got the pit done. I had about 4 seconds of optionals, and I just had enough. Just filled it with gas. So we'll do a quick. Somebody else pitted. A couple of the other guys who ran the full length, full tank to start the race. We all pit. Just fast forward to here, and that car just got ahead of me. I was hoping he would take a little bit longer on the stop. I did catch up to him though. He was probably a couple seconds ahead. Now I'm right behind him. And at that time, yeah, we were 1 and 2. So at one point in this race, I was in 2nd. It was not true 2nd place. It was more of just a pit stop 2nd. But again, thinking the tires might be a little bit cold. I don't think I drop it to 4th. Oh, I do drop it to 4th here. Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you got the 2 cars in front of me, kind of like battle a little bit. Maybe I can catch up to you. don't think there's anybody really behind me. There's a few cars behind me, so I'm kind of back with the same group of cars I was at the start of the race, lap 5 kind of thing. They're kind of like racing a little bit. And they're corner. Both of them are their corners. Oh, he spins right out, and I just got around him. That kind of compromised me a little bit. Now these guys are closer. So right now, the guy in front of me is about a couple seconds ahead, and I got 3 cars right behind me that could all. You can see car 7 is really got. He's really got some speed, and he's kind of threatening me. So got to be careful. Let's just move forward a little bit. At this point, I was really trying to trail brake a little bit. I can see that I'm really holding the brake through the corner, where I'm just slowly letting off of it, and I'm trying to see if it's really going to help me go a little bit faster. Let's see. Whoops. See where he's at. Well, he's right behind me, so he's got the draft. He could catch me at the bus stop. Up at the final chicane here. Took that flat out. That was a nice turn. So you can see I'm kind of holding the inside, kind of threatening the inside. I don't want him to jump in behind me. In fact, I take it a little too hard because I wanted him to thing. And I go really wide there, and I get a 1X. And I let him pass me. And that was the problem. I tried to make sure I didn't... I tried to outbrake him, and I just outbraked myself. Now I'm losing... Might lose 2 spots, might lose 3 spots. But I'm going to hold that 12 to position. And the 12 is kind of stuck behind me. Now, I'm kind of cutting the tire line tight. I don't want him passing me. He's not going to pass me through Eau Rouge, but if he gets a good run through Eau Rouge and Blanchiment, then he'll get me on the Camel Straight. And you can see I'm all over the place. I'm running over the curbs, and that affects my speed. And now these 2 cars... Luckily... Oh, the 20 goes on the grass. I didn't even see that. Luckily, the 20 was... decided to outrun the 12. The 12 just backed out of it. He was like, I'm getting out of this. The 7 had a terrible run. The 20's trying. The 20's trying. Smart enough, the 7 gets out of the way. So I gained the spot back, but the 20's right there. And I'm just kind of like running my own line. I'm not even trying to hide it. I'm running you can see I'm running the inside. I don't want him to pass me on the inside. I went wide there, but luckily he cut it really tight, so he lost speed. So I'm painfully aware that these guys are behind me, and obviously I'm really trying hard just to keep kind of the inside line. You can see back there, one of the guys got a 1X for running wide. I think I let the 20 go at some point, or the 20 gets a good run and he passes me. But this is what this race was. It was white knuckling. There was cars all around me, except for that in that little mill stint where everybody started pitting. You know, we're going to the end of the race now. The goal here now is just trying to hold on in as many positions as I can. Now we're doing the run up to Blanchiment. That red car's, he's just at it. Well, he's about 2 seconds ahead, maybe a second and a half, 2 seconds ahead. So he's a little out of the draft. This guy fell back a little bit, which is nice, but he's in the draft, so he can catch me by the time bus stop rolls around. So I probably will take the bus stop. I'll probably take the inside line to the bus stop again and not let anybody pass me on the inside. Oops. Took it a little fast again, but I was able to recover. The 10 almost spins out, and he loses speed. So I gained the spot there. And see the 20 got a good run out of the bus stop. So he's right beside me. I'm taking the inside line. And I just got to make sure that I take it all the way out. The 10. Ooh, the 10 was really trying to... He's trying to race here. The 20's got to run, though. So, I don't think I think I kind of run the middle. Or, yeah, I'm running the middle, and I'm trying to get the 20 not to... I can see the 20's got to run, though, so I let him by. But I didn't want to let the 10 by, so, but he went really wide, and I'm thinking to myself, don't run into me coming back. Don't run into me coming back. But you can see I lost so much time because of that. Everybody passed me. I think the 10 actually, you know what? I think the 10 got disqualified on that. If I remember correctly. He's gone. Like, where did the 10 go? He ran wide, and I think he got disqualified. That was his 17X. Yep. Yeah. See, he ran really, really wide. Boom, he's gone. That was his 17X. He was disqualified. So I gained a spot there. But I was so compromised because of that now these two cars are going to pass me. And I'm like, all right, you know, get back in behind them and just try and run the best race I can. I got a few 2 seconds or so, 2.5 seconds to the guy behind me. So I'm going to stay with these guys. I'm going to try and just stay close enough that if they race each other, I can sit here. I can be the benefactor of them racing each other. But again, it's just like try and run a smart line. So currently I'm in 7th spot. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm in 7th. I just got to run smart. This would be a good run for me. I do have probably about 7 or 8X right now. And that's a little too much. All off tracks. I don't think I got any for really bumping and banging anybody. But, you know, still, that's way too much. That's 7 off tracks. I can't have that in a race if I'm trying to gain safety rating. That was in the 1X for that green car. I'm almost sure of it. So I'm hoping, now I'm thinking to myself, man, I wonder where they're at. Cars behind me might be catching. They are. If I could stay behind that Mazda, you can see the Mazda's got some damage, it looks like. In fact, he does in his rear end. So obviously he's been bumping and banging. And I think that was another reason why I'm thinking, well, maybe if he has a 1X or so, he'll be gone. The red and white car up ahead just had a 1X for running too wide there. That was a perfect run for me. And I've got a good run. I got the draft in behind the green Mazda. Now, I'm trying to think, do I want to take him at Blanchimont here or not? I got to run. I could probably kind of cut on the inside and take him at Blanchimont. But it'll wreck both of us. So I kind of just, actually I think I bumped him there. And then I just kind of let off, you know, just feathered the gas a little bit. Thinking maybe I can get him in bus stop. I'm going to show it. I'm going to try and brake late, but I don't brake late. But he runs wide. I get bumped by him. But then I get a good line, and the 7 gets bumped with the other guy. And I got a funny feeling maybe they crashed together. Yeah, they did. So let's see what happened here. Yep, the 14 bumped me, but I think it was literally so slow it was a 1X. Gives me a little nudge, and I'm running wide. 7 actually spun himself out and took the 14 with him. So I'm like, all right, great. You know, got a little bit of a gap now. I'm in 9th position. So I did lose a couple spots there. So now we're just kind of finishing. We're getting close to the end here. More or less. It's what lap? We're on 13. Yeah, this might even be the white flag. This might be last lap. Or maybe it's the second last lap. Because 3-minute laps, 13 laps is almost 40 minutes. So, we're doing this. Oops, that's the wrong button.
Checkered flag.
Whoa. What happened? Okay, this is the last lap. Currently in 9th place. Let's see. The guys in front of me are really far ahead. Now I'm basically at this point I think to myself, I just got to get a good run. I got a 1X there, and I think that might be 10X for me now. I said I wasn't going to do the full race, and I almost basically did do it because I'm already 45 minutes into my stream. Right now, all I'm thinking is just hit my marks, run good laps, and try not to lose too many spots because right now it's all defensive. I dropped it into 4th, try to get a good run. I'm hugging the white line on the right side because if you're going to pass me, you got to pass me on the other side. And then, of course, I move over. These guys got runs on me, and I'm kind of blocking both of them. You can see that I'm blocking, and I'm trying to take the inside line. I'm hoping they're going to hit each other or, run into each other. I take a really terrible line into that, but that's okay. Nobody got a really good run out of it. I was hoping those two guys were going to run each other. You can see the 14's really pushing. He's got a good run. He might get him into this corner here. I push it a little wide and then try and get as much speed out. You can see I'm sliding big time, so I'm really kind of like losing speed. I'm scrubbing off speed as I slide. Don't want to slide too much. Last time through Puo, they're kind of racing each other. You can see the 14, the white car got past the black and gold. Champion men deserve champion beer, Black Label. And right now, and I'm pretty sure like the guys in front of me are gone. They are. So right now, all I'm trying to do is survive. You can see I took that really terrible. I got a 1x there for sure. And now I'm totally compromised going into Blanchiment. The 14's got to run. And here comes the 26 as well. And I'm just mad at myself because I took that totally wrong. So now I think I'm 10th spot. 26 is coming. I'm going through Blanchiment. Last time through there, we're coming up to the bus stop. Let's just take a look real quick. Where is he? Yeah, he got ahead of me. I got the guy behind me. So all I'm trying to do right now is make sure that he doesn't get me in the bus stop. He's trying. He took a look. And I'm close to him. So all I want to do is take a clean line. And I think we all got a 1x there. And then that was the end of the race. Or was it? Yep, that was the end of the race. Everybody's slowing down. He runs wide, everybody runs wide, and I just stopped it. So I ended up 10th. So let's take a look at final standings. Now, the first time around, I got disqualified. So the points was bad. The points was, boom. The points were, let me just move this over here. Here's the standings from that race. The points were bad. I lost, I think, 0.4 safety rating, and I lost 80 I rating after the first race because I was disqualified. So this race round, strength of field was 1244. I was in the 1300 range. I started 11th, ended up 10th. I was 34 seconds behind the leader. My fastest lap was 7th. Completed 14 laps. I had 10 incident points, but you can see these are incident points, 14. I had 14 incident points. You can see though, like third and fourth both had 15. 2 more incidents. The guy in front of me had 16. 1 more incident, he would have been disqualified. 2 guys behind me, 16, 16, 16. And how many were actually disqualified? 1, 2, 3, 4 disqualified, 3 disconnected. I mean, running the Mazdas at Spa, such a long track for such a, not super fast car. Plus the fact that it's a lower, it's a D safety rating race. Obviously, you're going to get a lot of things. But you can see here, the classes on the slide. You got Class C guys. You got Class B. I'm a Class B driver right now. Class D. There was one Class A, and he didn't start the race. But one Class A guy. Yeah. So, gained some points. I regained 32 I rating, but I still lost. Oh, wait. No, that's not me. Same thing. I regained 32 I rating, so I'm at 1306, but I still lost 0.12 safety rating. So I'm really far down now, and I'm getting a little worried about that. I'm down to 2.24 safety rating in my Class B license. If I go below 2, at the end of the first season, which is 13 weeks in, so that's end of March, I could go back to a Class C license. I don't want to do that, so I really got to pick that up a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be an A rating after this season, after the first season of 2021. But I don't want to go back down to a C class. The guy in front of me who I was racing, Jeremy Martin, was also from Canada. He was the top Canadian. I was the second top Canadian. But yeah, it was definitely a tough race. And that was kind of one of the things I really noticed about it was the fact that it was just like, oh my god, like it was a lot of white knuckle races. It was probably for all the like, I mean, obviously I've only been doing it maybe less than a year, but this race was probably the most white knuckled, hang on for dear life, kind of like, holy cow, this is really difficult, and paying a lot of attention because everybody was racing. Sorry, I'm just moving my steering wheel over here because maybe we'll get into an actual race now that I did the replay on that. I just got to turn the steering wheel's on already, but I got to turn on my dash. And I think my pedals are set up. We'll see what we got out there. I might just have a fun race tonight and then call it a night. We're already almost an hour in, which is kind of what I usually like doing for simplicity of uploading to YouTube. I usually like keeping to an hour video, and that's usually one race, and then I upload it to YouTube, and then I just take the video straight off of Twitch and upload it to YouTube. Okay, there we go. Make sure my pin's in. Oh, that pin's, I'm gonna have to figure out, I might have to glue that pin in. There's a little pin that I use the Fanatec the desk base, the Fanatec desk base for Clubsport. It has a little pin in it so that your wheel can kind of like flop up and down. It actually, the first time I did this race when I was qualifying, the pin fell out. So all of a sudden the wheel was like just, the whole base was just flopping around and I couldn't drive, and I actually crashed into the wall. And I was like, what's going on here? Oh my god, I think I broke the base. And it wasn't the base, but it was the little pin. That's what I figured out. Like, I was tightening everything down. I'm like, why isn't this tightening down? Oh, I got a race coming and blah, blah, blah. And, but yeah, it was the pin. So, all right. I think I got my wheel up and running. Let's close this. Let's get out of this, and we'll go back to the, pictures of the McLarens. Anyways, yeah. So that is what the McLarens look like. Oh, you can't even see that because I'm not even on that screen. Sorry. That looks Indy 500 race car, David Hobbs, black label, McLaren car. That thing is such a thing of beauty. I love the look of it. And I mean, yeah, I'm not a trading paint expert. So it's very difficult for me to, get into some really fancy designs, but I love the simplicity. I do drink Black Label. I used to drink Black Label. I haven't drank in years, but I used to love Black Label. One of my uncles used to drink it a lot. Functioning alcoholic, probably. But that's what he used to drink. And actually, I think it was the first beer I ever had in my life, because like when I was a kid. Probably like 4 or 5 years old. I think it was at his place. I was like, "Oh, can I have some?" And I'd sit on his lap, and he'd, give me a little sip of Black Label. That was probably the first beer I've ever had in my life. Larry Smith, the 1972 NASCAR Rookie of the Year, Carling Black Label Racing Team. What a bus! That's awesome. But yeah, Carling Black Label. Very simple paint job, black with the red pinstriping, right? Black Label, brewed for winners. I just noticed the sign in the background there. But the Can-Am car, I just love that look of that Can-Am car. That's just the 73. That's awesome. David Hobbs. Canadian beer, originally brewed in London, Ontario. About 2 hours down the road from where I'm from, Windsor. So yeah, let's go into this. Who's online right now? Nope, no racers online. All right, let's find official races and see what's coming up really, really quickly. The Fun Pickup Cup NASCAR trucks are at Charlotte. Let's see what's going on here. was just getting a message. There we go. Oh, jeez. Anyways, let's take a look here. What are we gonna do? I'm not in the mood to really race. If that makes any sense. The Mazdas. What time is it? 11:15. It's 10:30 now. 10:30. Indy cars. Do I have time? Oh, it's 10. No, it's 10:30 right now. I don't think I'd have time to jump in with the trucks. But why don't? No, won't we? It's too late. I can't jump in. Where is the Texas? You know what? Let's. Maybe we'll do that tonight, and we'll call it a night. The Track Racer Delara Dash. It's a fun race. Nope, you don't. Your safety ring, your eye ring is not affected. It's just kind of a fun race, and it starts at 11 o'clock. So I should be able to join up really shortly. I think this is the only car that's not painted black label. It's basically painted as Greg Moore's number 99 from Maple Ridge, BC, and my favorite IndyCar driver, who's no longer with us, unfortunately. 1999 Halloween Day crash at California Motor Speedway. Unfortunately, killed him. Actually, a few years ago, went to visit a girlfriend who lived in Vancouver, and we went to the BC Hall of Fame, and they had a Greg Moore exhibit, and I was honestly in heaven. I was damn near in tears. He was my favorite IndyCar driver, Champ Car driver, IndyCar / kart / Champ Car driver. Such a nice kid from BC, Canadian driver. He was very Canadian, and so he seemed to be tough on the track, and he was very skilled. Had a lot of talent, but he was also very Canadian, and what I mean by that is he was very polite, very nice, and everybody seemed to like him. So it was kind of the guy you want to be, right? Just kind of waiting for the session to start so I can jump in on it. Texas. I don't know if I've raced Texas in the Indy cars. It's a fun race, but can we qualify? There we go. Why won't you let me qualify? Or why won't you? Okay, there we go. It's going to let me go to the driver's briefing. So, we'll do this. We got a half hour before the race, though. So, but it'll only be a 10-lap race. So, we'll do this real quick, have a little fun, and then we'll probably call it a night tonight. While it's setting up, I'm going to just check something because I got something plugged in. I have some LED lights plugged in, but they're not working right now, so I got to give them a tap to make sure they work. Anyways, while you do that, I'm just going to quickly jump over here. And, well, I'm still there. So anyways, yeah, I'm just going to quickly tap those and get the lights back on working behind me. 1 second. There we go. All right, I'll put on both headphones, or earbuds this time. Not using the big kind of gamer's headset. Sometimes I just like the simplicity of my personal bud phones. And to be honest, I mean, real race car drivers use these because you gotta put the tape over them and then put your helmet over it. So we'll just load this up. We'll do some laps, get some practice in, and see how we do. It's a fun race. So if I crash a million, and of course a whole bunch of guys are going to be driving it, so you probably will crash. Somebody's already practicing.
Radio check.
It's also a fixed race, so you can't really change anything. Nine registered, but it can be a fun race sometimes. Just setting up my dashboard right now on my. I have an old Android phone here. One of my old Samsung phones that I kept, and it's always plugged in to the back of one of my TVs. Actually, the one of the TVs I use, I found that was the best place to plug it into. So when the TV's on, it charges it. All right, so the dash is working. I think the steering wheel's working. Get some gloves on here. I don't have anything really special for gloves. I just kind of bought like mechanics style, like a no-name brand mechanics style glove. Just a little bit of padding to help protect my hands from the wheel. All right. Let us take a look here. Go into the gameplay stream. Let's go into practice. Let's take a little run around here.
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. The leader has just done a 26.21. There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line.
I can't remember if I'd done Texas or Charlotte. I might have done Texas. Let's get it up to speed, get the tires warmed up. Oh, I did Charlotte. I don't think I've done Texas. This should be interesting.
Outside.
Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, gotta keep it off the apron. Oh, sorry, dude. Oh.
Alright, Steve. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
I took out Leo Maya. Oh, hold on. Please tell me you're not the real race car driver, Leo Maya. If you are, I'm sorry, dude. Leo Maya was a guy in the IndyCar feeder series years and years and years ago. I remember Leo Maya from the Indy Lights or maybe Formula Atlantic, one or the other. Oh, God. Okay, I gotta get off the wall here and I gotta figure this out. Oh, somebody hit me. Hard. Gotta hit again. There we go. Ugh. I gotta quickly message him.
That's a new fastest lap for Salas, 25.50. The leader's just done a 25.56.
All right. That's last thing I want to do is. Oh, he hit the wall. Last thing I want to do is like take out an actual race car driver. I wonder if it is that Leo Maya. This will be funny if it is. You can see I got the players racing.
The leader has just done a 25.38. He takes it, it's clear.
Okay, I know for one thing is that this is. This car really wants to swap ends right now. Alright, I better get a feel of this track real quickly. Let's get it in 6 and just kind of cruising. Hardly putting any inputs into the wheel. Let's get a lap in, see where we get. Oh, this is going to be painful. I could already feel like how much force feedback is against me here. It's basically foot to the floor, don't lift, and just be kind of smooth. I really want to know if that's Leo Maya. I'm lifting a little bit in the corners. I should have a draft from Leo Maya here. Oh, at least I'm not the guy that took out Leo Maya. Oh, I'm all over the place. Leo Maya, second fastest. I can see it being I can actually see it being the IndyCar driver, Leo Maya. I wonder what happened to him. I remember him from the late 90s, early 2000s. $12 cars registered. That means there'd be only one split right now. Oh. Is it Leo Maya again? I wonder if you just stay in 5th all the way through the. If you're racing, you stay in 5th. If you're cruising, you stay in 6th. I got a funny feeling that's kind of what it is here, because you can stay in 5th without redlining too much. I haven't redlined and I'm kind of going around the track in 5th. So. Still P11 though. It's not really fast, that's for sure. Might need a draft. Oh, I might need a draft. Ooh, she wanted to swap ends there. Oh, she's getting squirrely. Tires might be going away. A lot of force feedback. This was a long race. I definitely feel it in my arms. I'm happy I put the gloves on. And you really need to make a run without lifting. I wonder if I could do that. Hey, look! There's Leo. Oh, no, Leo Ma's behind me. Oh, and I couldn't do it. Tag the wall. Whoa.
Far inside.
just feel it. Oh. The tires are really starting to give away there. I'm going to go back into the pits and take a look at my car. I want to take a look at it because I'm pretty sure this is the Greg Moore inspired player's car. That's the car I want.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
Put my pit limiter on because I actually have one, where the engine is electronically controlled not to go over the speed limit. There's my guy. They're gonna fix my car, put some tires on. I'm just gonna come in nice and easy. There we go. And then run, launch, put my car up, put new tires on. Oh, no repairs. All right. Oh wow, there was no damage. Okay. Yep, that's my Players Racing Canadian Players Racing Foresight team car. There's my team going to work. There goes Leo Maya. Oh, he never responded to me. Okay, I got 15 minutes. Really quickly here. Let's do this. Leo Maya. Racer. Is a Brazilian former racing driver. He did Barber Dodge Pro Series. He moved to the Infinity Pro Series, now Indy Lights. The following year, he made 2 Toyota Atlantic starts for Jensen Motorsport and participated full-time in 2006 for Foresight Championship Racing. Yeah, he was an Atlantic driver. I remembered him. 2006, yeah. 2005, too, Jensen, but yeah. He was the Barber Dodge Pro Series champion in thing. So the $1 million question now is the guy I'm racing Leo Maya? That Leo Maya, or is it just another guy named Leo Maya? I'll have to find that out afterwards. I'm not going to do it right now. Take my watch off because it jams in my wrist when I'm driving. All right, let's get back in there. Jump back in the car. I hope it is. 15 people registered, so we still have only one split. That means it'll be like, I'll probably be racing with all these guys, the guys I'm on track with right now. Let's go back out.
Watch your mirrors, there's a car approaching.
Car's really bumpy here. You feel it. Now I gotta get the tires warmed up. Be smooth through the corners. Nobody really behind me. I'm still 11th fastest though. I really gotta find some time here. Probably need to be in a draft. Oh, she's pushing high. Let off the gas a little bit. No brakes. I wonder if brakes help here. Really can't, you can't run that white line because the car gets so unsettled. But it's a fun race. Gonna have some fun with it. Let's see if we can get better than 11th. And then after this race, I will definitely find out if the driver in this race, Leonardo Maya 2, is actually the Leo Maya of who raced Forsyth Racing in the Indy Light or Formula Atlantic Series. It might be him on track right now, which is kind of nice. Unfortunately, though, I already took him out once. I felt bad because I was trying to get my tires warm first time around, and I just kind of like went all over the place. And he came up behind me, and I was kind of blocking him, and he just ran into the back of me. But who knows? And there are probably a lot of guys named Leo Maya.
That was 26.00.
If it is Leo Mai, he's, what is it, a yellow and blue car? We will see. It's always fun. That's the one thing I like about iRacing, is that you can actually be racing, you know, some guys on track. Whoa. Oh, dude, you almost had it. Spun out after that. Yeah, you almost avoided him. Still 11th, though. I'm still... Oof. She got squirrely there. Who's behind me? Paul Gardner. I'm still having to lightly let off the gas through the corners. Ah, well. Race is going to start... Oh, 10 minutes. I still got 10 minutes to run laps. All right. I really want to run flat out, but it oh, crap. Don't hit me. Well, we contacted each other. Oh god, she's pushing hard. I wonder if I can change something. It's a fixed race, so I don't think there's anything I can change to really... Let them get ahead of me. I don't want to take them out if they're practicing. They took each other out, so... Oh, God. Whoa, 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 whoa. Really gets squirrely if you hit that bottom yellow line. Leo Maya's 33. Whoa, where'd you come from? Leo Maya's 2.9 seconds ahead of me. Looks like he's going in the pits. Or no, he's spinning out. Former, if it is him, it's a former Barber Dodge, Skip Barber Dodge Pro Series champion, and then he raced, did some Infinity racing for the Indy Lights, and then did a couple seasons in Formula Atlantic. And that looks like that was the end of his career, basically in North America. He's a Brazilian driver, so maybe in Brazil he kept racing and it's just not reported on his wiki. Oh God, dude! Really? I'll find out later what I'll do. Probably after the stream. I don't want to do it live, as I'll probably go check the guy's personal iRacing page and see if there's any information there that says, yeah, I used to be a former race car driver. I was actually practicing with IndyCar driver Oriol Servia. One night he was online, and he was racing the fun race in the trucks, and I was kind of practicing that too. And I'm probably the only guy there that was like, holy shit, it's Oriol Servia, champ car driver, right? IndyCar driver. He was just having some fun, off season, right? Oh, don't hit me. Yeah, hit me. Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, the car is damaged. I can feel it. Let's just slide to a stop. Hey, there's my team.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
That was awesome. Perfect timing. Oh, a lot of damage. Off-trail repairs. 2 minutes of repairs. Oh, you're not gonna let me go with required repairs. All right. Before I do anything else, let's pause this. That was an awesome kind of like, I'm just going to enter a pit stop here. All right. Control F12. No? Is it not Control F12? There we go. I want to zoom in. So let's zoom in. And I just want to take a look at my car because I do love the Players Racing logo and stuff like that. Obviously, it's not an old champ car. It's an actual old Indy car, which is two different cars, but I'm not going to get into the politics of the split right now. But it is Players Racing. It was a Canadian race team. Well, it wasn't Canadian. Forsyth's actually American, but they were kind of like players. They pretty much used all Canadian drivers for the most part in their run in Champ Car. So the 99 of Greg Moore, my favorite IndyCar or Champ Car driver, and I'm using his paint livery with 99 on the side as a tribute, and then of course my favorite hockey number was 17. So whoever did this paint job, I didn't do it. Whoever did it did an amazing job. Indeck is Jerry Forsyth, guy who owned the racing team. It's his company. They make power units, I think, for like industrial applications. Guy's rich beyond, ridiculous means. So, anyways, I'll get a new car here, and we'll jump back into the race. Everything's fixed, and the race is going to start in about 5 minutes. Let's get some more practice in. Oh, crap. I'm going to get black flagged. I got black flagged. Stop and go, speeding in the pits. Forgot to turn my pit limiter on. Let's do that. Let's turn the pit limiter on. There we go. Lights are on. Pit limit's on. How many? 25 registered, so there might be 2 races now. Maybe 1 still, but they might split into 2 races. You see how bumpy this is? The steering wheel is, I don't know if you can hear it, but the steering wheel is like jerking around and stuff like that. This guy behind me. Somebody stopped ahead. Okay, got off the track. Good. I'll let him go. Oh! Dude! That was a hard hit. You went too low. You can't go too low. Like if you touch that white line, there's like a gradient different there. Like, you get off the banking, and the car just gets so unsettled. you get too low in these corners, and the car just wants to, like, completely spin out. Like that. You saw it right there. It was just started to spin out on me. Thankfully, this is a fun race. Which means, of course, that this might be a total disaster, but whatever. I don't lose. Oh, somebody's crashing hard. There we go. I'm 17th fastest. Oh, I don't have the speed, unfortunately. I don't know what. It's a fixed race, so you can't change your setup. So everybody has the same setup. Let's get in this corner here. Hey everybody, while I'm practicing, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit that like button, hit the heart or the thumbs up, whatever it may be, on whatever platform it may be. Love to get some more followers, Oh, I tagged the wall there at 0x, so maybe not enough damage. Not a lot of damage. If it's a 0x, that means it's a light hit. Oh, Leo Maya. I think that was Leo Maya, maybe not. Okay, guys. Don't get in my way. Okay, there we go. Now I'm behind somebody. I actually want to be towed. Like, catching his draft. That car running behind this car will make me go faster. So hopefully I can maybe get a fast lap. And my car is pushing into the wall here. And he got away. Oh, come on. Pull me around, pull me around, pull me around, pull me around. Make me go faster. I want to improve my lap time. Oh, thanks for the bump.
Still there. Clear low. That lap was at 26.27. Car inside. Still there. Still there.
Who am I racing with?
Still there.
Paul Gardner again.
Keep it steady. Clear inside.
Nice side by side, Paul.
Just done it. 26.28.
That was fun, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, he said thank you. Yes, sir. As my pit limiter on? Oh yeah, it is.
They're fun though.
All right, the race should start in about a few seconds. 28 registered, so there might be 2 splits. Let's get some new tires, guys. Come on, fast pit stop, fast pit stop, fast pit stop. Thanks for dropping me down. Here we go. 7.1 second pit stop time.
Take care, there's a car approaching.
There's a few cars approaching. God, it's so bumpy on this apron. Like, my whole desk is shaking because of the force feedback on this. Like, the steering wheel has a lot of force feedback. And, whoa, that's a big crash.
18th.
Oh, cars all over the place. Thank God I was still in 4th. I wasn't pushing too hard. All right. Our race is about to start. 20 seconds. Everybody's Oh, you did that on purpose.
That looks, Steve. That looked bad. You okay?
Yeah. Oh, everybody's crashing. All right.
Come on,
Let's
you
get
okay?
up. Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, that's awesome. All right. That's a nice looking car. I love that paint job. Oh. That probably would have killed me and him. All right. Let's go to the race. It's going to be just 3 minutes of practice, and I think 2 laps of qualifying in 8 minutes. You got 8 minutes to qualify, so it'll take only it only takes like 2 or 3 minutes to qualify, so then it'll be sitting around for about 4 minutes. And then we'll do a 10 or 12 lap race, I think. I think it's 10, maybe 15. It's a very quick race, I know that. And the goal is simple. Have fun. Try and actually last the race, because usually the crashes are pretty horrendous. And the crashes are pretty horrendous, and you only get one quick repair, which means like only once can they instantly repair everything. If you crash once and then you crash again, then usually you're out of the race. So let's see how we do.
Checkered flag, B18.
I was 18th fastest, man. Oh, it's 30 laps. Oh, this is gonna be fun. 30. I thought it was 10. That must be the trucks. Come on, I hope Leo Maya's in my split.
All clear on pit exit.
God, my whole desk is shaking from the power of that. From the power of the force feedback, just bumping, and the wheel just kind of jerks around because it senses the bumps in the bottom of the track there. All right, 4th gear, 5th gear, let's go. This is the kind of the passing gear. The 6 is cruising gear. Basically, I think you really want to be in 6 on the straight, maybe on the back straight, to get the speed, kind of the power, torque, and then drop it back down to 5th for the corners, because you're going to lose speed. And you want, oh, he's all over the place. He's going to lose it. And he's going, oh, I did hit him. Oh, I thought I got by. I was like, oh, my life was flashing before my eyes in real life, but that's okay. Thank God it's a simulation. I thought I missed you, dude, but I did get the 4X.
That was 26.45. Checkered flags out, P1.
That was the fastest in this split. I don't think Leo Maya's in my split.
Session, P1.
Oh, wait, that's not the button I want. All right, so now we go to qualify. Who's in this race? Yeah, they did split it into 2 splits. Oh, Leo Maya's not in my split. Oh, that Paul Gardner is, though. That's kind of cool. All right.
Pit exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. Okay, Steve, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
All right, 2 laps. Get a qualifying in 2 laps here. Take it nice and easy as you just feel the bumps in your hands. All right. Let's get her up to speed. Let's get the tires warmed up. Usually the second lap is the faster lap here because the tires are so cold on the first lap, the car really wants to slide around. Once they get up to temp, then it'll be a little more grippy. The cold tires means you're kind of sliding all over the place, sort of like on ice. When the tires get up to temp, you're going to be faster because it'll be gripping and you'll be able to go around the corners faster. Right now I'm in 6th, which is more of a cruising gear. But I'll go into 5th in this corner here, and then they'll come around the corner. Let's do our first lap. There we go. Let's see if I can. I'm hopefully going to be able to do a lap flat out where I don't have to lift.
6th place. That lap was 25.86.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The leader's just done 25.36.
Oh, I'm done. Did I do faster? 5th. Something's not right there, but I did 2 laps, I guess. So far I'm 5th. 25.481. 25.313 is the fastest. So now I'm 7th. Paul is the fastest. All right. Oh, I'm falling down the order here. But I'm still only 1/10. No, about 2/10. Let's say about 1.5 tenths off the leader. So now we sit for 5 minutes. Because we got, unfortunately, oh no, there's only 2 minutes left. Oh, it's 5 minutes qualifying, not 8. That's good. That way I can zoom in and admire my car. Oops. No, I want to do this. There we go. Whoops, went too far. I'm under the ground now. My number of lucky 17. Oh, sure. Take me out of the thing here. Okay, paused. We can zoom around. Players racing. Some of my old Navy friends would always be smoking players. Fanatec, Firestone tires, Klein tools, players racing, Indec. God, I love that livery so much back in the day. Of course, it was the Greg Moore car, which I loved even more. So, and if I had them, I'll have to buy myself some red gloves because red gloves are rule. I have the red helmet though. All right. So. We just got about a minute left here. So we can go through the replay and see where we've ended up. Practice qualifying. Right now I am 8th. That looks like where I'm going to stay. Oh, Paul lost out. Somebody did faster. 25.303. So basically I'm about 2/10 of a second slower than the fastest guys. So this should be actually a fun race. The trick is, we'll be definitely try and stay out of trouble. Watch. That will be very hard. Because, almost guaranteed, lap 1, turn 1, there's somebody gonna crash. It's just inevitable. These cars are very hard to control. So we'll have to see. Well, but we'll do our best. I've raced these for fun, and that's all it is. It's a fun race. Let's have some fun with it.
That's the end of the session. 8th place.
8th place. All right. Shameless plug. Should I shameless plug and go, hey guys. I'm on the outside. Somebody else running a player's car? Is that players? Can't tell. Who's the one car? Shane Metzger. Can't tell if that's a player's car. It sure does look like it. I wonder if he's running the same thing. 1 to green, so it's a pace lap, and it's a flying start. This is going to be fun. Ugh. The trick, as always, survive. Just looking at my dash here after my last lap, my tires were cold on the insides, really hot on the outsides, which is not surprising. This is such a kind of like quick track where you're putting a lot of, I mean, what is it, 60-70% of the rate of this track is you're in a turn, whether it be a hard turn on the banks or in the tri-oval on the front straight. It's all turning, so you have just a short run where you're in a straight line.
30 laps.
All right, good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun.
Yep, good luck, have fun.
We need to follow car number 1.
I don't think this really warms the tires too much, but you hear the brakes. I wonder if you can I actually turn the sound down. I might need it. Oh, I don't want to spin anybody out here. Let's turn it up a little bit. There we go. All right, this is going to be interesting. Haven't done one of these in a while. The trick is, it's all about survival. We'll do this race and we'll call it a night. I've already been streaming for about an hour and 40 minutes. If you jumped in even for a few minutes, thanks for watching. Let's have some fun. 30 laps. Each lap is what, 25 seconds? So, be about 15-minute race. Pace car is off. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Yep, that's another player's car. Oh. Really? I gotta stop go?
Car high. Clear the outside.
Oh, come on.
Car outside. Clear high. Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. Watch your speed. There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors.
Okay, turn off that. I gotta hold for 56 seconds anyways, so.
We need to come in for this penalty in the next 2 laps.
I'm in for the penalty. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's where my race ends.
That's a new fastest lap for Johnson, 25.38.
I passed you before the start finish, Shane. That's why I got the penalty. I got a message from somebody. It's probably somebody watching going, "Why'd you get a penalty?" All right, now let's go here. Pit limiter's on. Oh God, I'm like probably 20 million laps behind now.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors.
All right, well now it's just recovery. Just try and run laps. Don't get in anybody's way, and try and be safe. Whoa, 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 whoa. I almost hit the wall there. All right. There we go. Found my gap. Nobody behind me right now, so I'm at the back of the pack. Let's see, how many cars started this race? Oh, I'm dead last, I think, 14th. Oh, I'm P12 now. It actually says P13, so make up your mind. Okay. If one of my friends was watching the stream and that they just messaged me on Facebook, I will get back to you. Sorry I didn't have time to take a look at it right then and there, but I definitely will look at it after this race. I'm probably, how many laps down? Can I drive the corner one-handed while I zoom out? Where am I? 4 laps down. Great. And yes, I can drive the car one-handed through the corner. Put on new tires, so okay, he went into the pits. A few guys went into the pits. There must have been a crash. It's saying P10, but the thing says it's P12. So make up your mind, Jeff. All right, let's rock and roll this. Just kind of put in laps now and try and get lucky with somebody else's misfortunes and stay out of trouble. Oh, no.
Time was 26.60.
With a little luck, maybe I'll get back up to 5th. That's probably my goal right now. But that requires almost everybody to crash. Or at least half the guys in front of me to crash anyways. Oh, that's not good. I got let off the gas there. I took it in too light. She slid out. Lost a couple seconds there. Man, if this was a long race with the feedback, the amount of feedback I got going right now, this would definitely hurt. Definitely feel it in my arms tomorrow, that's for sure. All right, somebody's just coming back on the track. Stephen Poe up ahead. Just realized by the time this race is over, this will be a 2-hour stream, which means I got 2 edit videos to edit now. Well, everybody seems to be decently driving, so I don't think I'm going to really gain any spots here because I'm so many laps down. But Shane crashed again. Oh, I tagged the wall.
The lap time was at 26.76. The guy ahead's lap time is at 25.65.
Let's see if we can pick up the pace a little bit with a fifth gear. A little more acceleration off the corners. Try not to lightly tap the wall again. I'm lightly letting off the gas just to make sure she gets through the corners. I know as the tires get older, it'll get worse.
That was at 27.04.
If I'm doing 27 seconds, I'm really slow. Damn, I'm doing 27 seconds. I got damage, or I'm just really slow right now. Oof. If I do that again in a couple laps, I will probably hit the wall there. Oh, come on. Oof. Man, I can't. I must have damage because I'm doing 27 seconds. Remember, like I did a 25 for qualifying in first place. Oh, see what I mean? If I keep holding the gas all the way through turn 1, she will slide into the wall eventually. The tires get a little more worn out and the car just slides into the wall. Leaders are catching me, which means I'll have to get out of the way. Yeah, glad to lift. 26.9. That's not bad. That's not great, but I gotta get I want to get 26.5s if I can. 26.5 seconds. It's such a momentum track. You need good laps to keep getting good laps. All right, I'm P8 now. Oh, I hit the inside there. Leader is definitely catching me. He was like 4 seconds behind a few laps ago. He's now 3 seconds behind. I don't want to get in his way.
Your last lap time was 27.15.
I know I have damage. I'm sure I have damage from that wall scrape. .7 seconds behind. I'm still 4 laps down or something silly like 4 laps down. So,
okay, Steve. Lap time's pretty consistent.
The race will end for me probably around lap 26. So that means there's only 7 laps to go. The leader will pass me. I don't think second will pass me unless I make a major mistake. Here I can see the leader in my mirror now. Let him get closer, and with any luck, I will go to the inside on the back straight and let him by. I'll just lightly... Oh, Pablo Rios Delgado left. Or his client has manually disconnected. He was in like 3rd, I think, so he quit the race. 10 to go this time by, but it's not. It's like 7. Oh, it's actually like 5 laps to go. Why is Paul so slow? Paul, you got damage?
Yeah, I'm good. I hit the wall. Car low, clear low. I was running.
Thanks, buddy. Go high, leader.
Thank you.
2 laps remaining.
Yeah, 2 laps to go. That makes sense. Lap 26, because I'm 4 laps, well, 5 laps down now, because the leader just passed me again. My Greg Moore 99 player's card didn't bring me a little bit of luck. But that's alright. It was my teammate's fault. there was another guy running a player's car, and he didn't get off the line, so I had to go underneath him, but I passed him before the start finish, and I got a black flag for it. And then I didn't get slowed down for pits to take my first black flag, so.
P7.
Oh god, here come the... Oh, they're racing.
7th position. Okay, it's
Ended up 7th, not too bad. Not bad for a fun race. It's 4 laps down, 5 laps down. Well, that was fun. And like I said, it was a fun race. I love that paint scheme. Yeah, you can see the damage on the right side pod, right above the word players, where I scraped the wall. Ugh. That is a nice looking car, I always say. Didn't paint that one myself. I just borrowed somebody else's paint job. Anyways, I think that'll be it for tonight. It's a 2-hour stream, and had a lot of fun. I went through my race from yesterday, and then we kind of talked about, kind of showed you why most of my cars I've painted up as Black Label beer, because they had an amazing paint scheme in the 70s with McLaren Champ car and Can-Am cars. Excuse me. And then we just decided to have a little fun race, 30 laps of IndyCar fun race at Texas. Unfortunately, the guy in front of me, who was also running a player's livery, didn't get off the line right, and I passed him underneath. And unfortunately, I passed him before the start-finish line, so I got a black flag. A little penalty there. So I had to go into the pits and went into the pits a little too fast and got another penalty. And then when I finally came out, I was 4 laps down. And basically from there, just kind of ran simple laps and went from about 14th after I came out of the pits and ended up 7th. So let's go we'll take a quick look at the results, even though it's just fun. Jump over here. It'll come up. The result page should come up. There we go. Let's see if they're done. Sometimes if the race isn't over, the results don't come up yet. Nope, but there they are. So strength of field was 1654, so that's a little bit higher than my actual I rating. My I rating's in the 1300 range, 1443 on ovals. I was the last car running. Everybody else was disconnected. I was 5 laps down. My fastest lap was a 26.565. My fastest lap was my 6th lap. I completed 25 laps, and I had 4 incident points from the first going into the pits. Somebody bumped into me. But, yeah, nothing changes. Your I rating doesn't change. Your safety rating doesn't change. This was a fun race. Let's see how many races. Oh, there were 2 splits. I was in the top split of this, which means basically the game, because there were too many cars for one race, it splits it into 2 races. So I was in the first group, which means higher quality I rating. And so let's take a look at the second split, because I want to find out if that Leo Maya was it, where is he? Is he in this race? He didn't race. I wanted to see, there was the guy, Leo Maya, was practicing, and I guess he didn't race, but he was practicing, and there's a Leo Maya. No, he's not. I was the fastest in practice anyways, 25.378. So I can do fast laps. I can do a 25.378. So I qualified 25.481. So I can actually, if I had done that practice lap in qualifying, I would have ended up 4th. That would have been a good start for me. I was the only Canadian in the field. Yeah, only Canadian in the field. Pretty much against everybody else was this one guy from Mexico, and then everybody else is in, looks like, America. So, anyways, that is the race for tonight, and that's the stream for tonight too. I'll have to edit up these videos and get them uploaded to YouTube tomorrow. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like, hit that the heart button, whatever platform you're on. Hit the like, hit whatever. Love to have more followers. And follow me on Twitter at KPH Motorsport. That way you can find out when I'm racing, because I always post when I go live. I always post it to Twitter. Anyways, if you enjoyed it, thank you very much. We'll talk to you tomorrow or maybe the next day after, okay? I might do some racing tomorrow. We'll see. Anyways, have a good night. Thank you very much.